Today I want to talk about how I ruined my portfolio in 2021. So 2020 I started trading. I've been trading for about 3.5 years. And 2020 was quite a special year because no matter what we bought would go up. Especially speculative stocks and SPACs and you name it, high beta stocks. People were printing money on being a degenerate and I was trading like that, made a ton of money, and 2021 I kept trading the same way, business as usual. But then in 2021, as you can see on this chart, around February exactly, it was the last week that was crazy high and stocks started dipping, especially high beta speculative stocks such you can see on the chart. So it's been a slow bleeding for these stocks until pretty much this year. And a lot of them bottomed, a lot of them are trying to get back to normal, but it's going to be a long route. And many of these stocks might not ever get to the all-time highs. You see here again, this one, pardon me, fever, I wanted to show you the same thing, you see. February 2021. That was that ugly second half of February when everything started bleeding and people started losing a lot of money. In any case, so why I lost money, because I would look at charts on a very small time frames because I was day trading, so I wasn't even thinking about looking at daily charts back then, which now it's a punishment if I don't. Even if any sort of trade I take, I want to see bigger time frames, daily, weekly. Just look at and see, understand where the stock is at, because that's going to help you to trade. So always super important. And for example, I would trade and I would see, oh my gosh, stock opened, dipped a little bit, and I would say, oh, the stock is crashing and we have a dip, let me buy. But then I would buy, which actually wasn't a real crash, if you look truly in like those years. And I would buy, and then even worse, wouldn't put my stop loss and I would just hold. I wouldn't use stop losses back then. Why would I? Everything went up, right? So in any case, that's how I ruined my portfolio. And I did this with a bunch of stocks that I bought back then. I don't even remember which ones, but it's been a while. But like Roku was another one. I would see this. I would see the stock is down $3-4. And I would be excited that, oh my gosh, I'm having a dip. Let me buy. This is such a good deal. But I wouldn't look at the daily chart. I wouldn't look at any chart. And that's how I was working back then. So when you look at even Roku, my gosh, I don't even know. I was buying these stocks for what, $400? When I look at this, yeah, up here. So the stock would do this, and I was like, oh my gosh, what a great deal. Like it would never come to my mind to look at bigger charts. So in any case, don't do it, please. Never turn your day trade into a swing trade, because it's completely different way. For day trading, you have tighter stop losses, use the stop losses. And for swing trading, you have much bigger stop losses, which means with a bigger stop loss, you're going to have less shares. Because if you have $1 stop loss, you can buy 1,000 shares, you're going to lose $1,000. If you have $10 stop loss, you can only buy 100 shares because you're going to lose the $1,000. So you have to always think with this way. It's a simple math, but it's very important, right? If it's an investment, you want to be even more patient. For investment, you don't want to be buying stocks that dip $5. You want to be buying them when they're down 10-20%. That's maybe even more, 50%, like what we saw this year. I mean, look at this stock, how this destroyed this stock. Is like, I think I lost 15K on this stock because it did this, and I was 100% sure that we are doing W, and then the stock just kept falling and falling and falling, and at some point I couldn't take it mentally. I sold it. Yeah, so there were a bunch of those stocks. And now let's look at Riot, for example. I didn't lose money on this one. I actually love my crypto stocks. I was buying it right here in this accumulation zone, and now I'm up 120%. I think that last week, what I'm talking about is right now in this video. Last week we had probably a lot of people FOMOing into, I would call it stonks. I don't like to use that word, but really, like if you look at Caravana, how many people do you think saw this and start FOMOing into this short squeeze? Like this was a totally irrational short squeeze. This company is about to go to bankruptcy. I mean, God help them. Yeah, I made $6,000 on this one trading it, but I was in that stock from, again, this accumulation. And I knew it's going to probably break out. I had my tight stop loss. Boom, it did break out. I still sold it too early. I could have held it for, my gosh, I should have, made another $10,000 extra. But I'm happy. It was a good execution. You never know. Like, I'd rather be safe than sorry, because with stocks in short squeeze, you never know when it's going to run out. It's not powered by the bulls. It's powered by people covering their shorts because they're losing their ass. And there are so many funds and so many people with big money that were shorting Caravana because they thought it's going to go to zero. What I don't understand is, if someone is short Caravana and it goes to $3, why the heck they don't cover? But anyways, it's greed. You can be greedy the same way when you're buying stocks to go long, the same way you can be greedy going down. You know, like when you're shorting, you want the free extra dollars and people just don't cover. Funds don't cover. We saw it in 21 with GME Saga. So in any case, be careful with those stocks. You know, wait for a retest. Look, this stock ran like 120% in less than a month. You want to make sure, look, the RSI, just wait, give it time. It's going to probably retest, you know, Caravana, Riot. I wouldn't buy Caravana, but do whatever you like to do. Riot, the same thing. I wouldn't be surprised if that stock goes down back to 14 easily. This is a super high beta, extremely volatile stock. It's totally linked to crypto. Crypto is down 3% this weekend. Boom, I sold covered calls on this. I have some shares, I have 200 shares, whatever, speculative little stuff. So make sure you give these stocks really time to retest. You look at the bigger time frames and save your money. Hope this was helpful and have a great day.